Hi there, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Where have you been all this while? If you are coming across my face for the very first time, thank you for stopping by, and please make sure you like this video and join our growing family. We would love to have you here with us. Thank you so much for stopping by, and to all of our returning subscribers, take a kiss. You guys are the real deal. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a step-by-step guide on how you can make your UK student visa application. The first thing you need to do is to build your proof of funds. And I say build your proof of funds because your proof of funds is one of the things you need to have is one of the requirements to make your UK student visa application. So what do I mean by building your proof of funds? Your proof of funds is the required amount that is expected to be in your account while you are making an application to study in the UK. Now, your proof of funds comprises of two key things. The first thing is your tuition fee, and the second thing is your living expense. Someone goes, oh please, how do I know what my living expense is going to be? Don't worry, that's why you're here and you're watching this video. So your tuition expense is going to be stated on your CAS. Your CAS, if you've never heard what a CAS is, your CAS is your confirmation of acceptance to study. So the thing is, whenever you are given admission to study in any United Kingdom university, you will be issued a CAS. Your CAS will contain the course you are coming to study, the tuition you're expected to pay. I mean, if you were given a scholarship or whatnot, it would have been deducted from your CAS and everything like that. So the amount you're expected to pay as tuition will be what will be on your CAS. So that is one part of your proof of funds. Now, the second part of your proof of funds is your living expense, and this amount actually varies depending on where your school is located in the UK. So if your school is located in London, you are going to be paying a different amount for living expense than someone whose school is located in Manchester. So the required amount that is expected to be in your account as living expense, if you are a student that will be schooling in London, is £1,334 per month. And this amount, you're supposed to have at least 9 months of this amount in your account. So what this means is that you say £1,334 multiplied by 9, that is what your living expense would be if you are a student that will be schooling in London. However, if you'll be schooling in other locations outside of London, you are expected to have £1,023 multiplied by 9 in your account. So the summation of these two things is what makes up your proof of funds. So for instance, if your tuition fee is £5,000 and you are schooling outside of London, so you would say £1,023 times 9. Let's assume for simplicity that that amount is £9,000. It means that in your proof of funds, you are expected to have £9,000 times 5,000, which is your tuition fee, and which will give you £14,000. To be fair, my tip here, like I always do for my family members, is that just ensure you have more than that money in your account, because you know, if you're applying outside of the UK, you need to make room for exchange rate differences. Now, somebody asked me, but please, we do not spend dollar in the country that I'm in, depending on what country you're watching this from. The thing is, there is a website called oando.com. You can just go to that website and you will see the required money that you are supposed to have in your local currency, and then you can convert it to your local currency. So it is important that you know that this proof of funds is expected to be in your account for a minimum of 28 days. Now, it's not a case where you can have 14 days and then you withdraw it and spend it and then another 14 days. Nah, it doesn't work like that. So it must be in your account for a minimum of 28 consecutive days. To be fair, my tip for you guys here is that just leave it in your account for more than 28 days. Now, somebody is asking me, so please, how do I build my proof of funds? So you can get your proof of funds through various means. So if you have the money, there you go, just put it in your account. If you want to study in September, just leave it in your account from sometime like May, so that by like the end of June or middle of June, you can apply for your visa or whatnot. And if you do not have the money, you can seek from friends and family, depending on the kind of relationships you have with them. Yeah, so basically that's the expectation for your proof of funds. The number 2 step is to make your application on the uk.gov website, or gov.uk rather website. Now, and this is the part where you need to be extra careful, and I feel like this is the part where agents come in. But the truth is, you can literally do this thing on your own. You just need to be patient and be careful with how you fill in your documents. Really, nobody knows your details like you would know your details. Nobody knows the uni you graduated from like you would know it. So honestly, in my opinion, you can do these things yourself, and you do not really have to spend so much, paying another person to do it for you, right? And if you feel like, oh, I'm not so sure of how I can fill in my details correctly, I would say that you can always save your application form on the uk.gov website, right? So do not be too quick to submit your application form. I would say one thing is, if you filled all your details in today, just leave it, save it, and go and sleep, and then the next day review everything. That way it will be able to help you identify if you made any mistake along the way. And yeah, I think you'll be fine, really. So just ensure that you fill in all your details correctly, your date of birth correctly, your mother's date of birth correctly, your family details correctly. Ensure that you fill in all those things correctly. When you make your application on the gov.uk website, you would be required to pay an application fee of £363 per person, right? And an additional IHS fee. So your IHS fee, to be honest, it is not cast in stone. It is dependent on how long your study is. So if you are coming for a 1-year study or a 2-year study, if you are coming for a 2-year study, you pay IHS fee per year, right? So it's paid per year, and I mean, you pay everything during the application, obviously, not like they'll be asking you for it when you're schooling. No, if you're coming for a 3-year study, you pay for the 3 years. So that's how it works, and it's also dependent on other things. So when you're about to make your IHS fee payment on the gov.uk website, you'll be required to fill in certain details. Now, when you fill in those details, it will generate what your IHS fee will be. For just to make it really simple, so if you are coming for a 1-year master's and you are coming alone, I think you will be paying about £470. So when you add this 363 plus £470 together, you would get how much you'll be paying in total for your application, right? But don't forget, one is your IHS fee and the other is your application fee. Somebody might be saying, oh, but I don't spend pounds in the country I'm watching this from. Now for Nigerian students who would be applying, you can pay with your dollar card. To be fair, just ensure that when you make the conversion, of course, if you are paying pounds, it means you pay, I mean, if you're supposed to pay 700 and something pounds, it just means that you'll be paying more than that amount in dollars. Yeah, not more than the amount, but the equivalent wouldn't be 700 and something dollars, if you get what I mean. Yeah, and then step 3 is to, once you make your application on the gov.uk website, you'll be directed to their partner firms. In Nigeria, this partner firm is TLS. Now it is at TLS that you will go and do your biometrics. Now some people always ask me that I'm going for there's no UK student visa interview, except of course you are summoned for an interview, but what you are expected to do is your biometrics. And your biometrics is needed because when you get your visa, you'll be issued a BRP, which is called your biometric residence permit. So that's the only thing that you will be going to TLS to do. Now, to be honest, going to TLS is another thing on its own. And yeah, if you want me to shoot a video on things to expect when you are going for your biometrics, please give this video a thumbs up and let's get this video to 1,000 likes, and then I will do a video on that, right? So what are the documents that you would expect to take for your biometrics, right? Before I say that, there is also when you are directed to the TLS website to book your appointment date, you can pay for a priority fee or a super priority fee, right? A priority fee means that you'll be getting your visa decision quicker than the standard 3 weeks waiting time, and a super priority fee, I think it means between 1 to 3 working days, but a priority fee, I think it means within 5 working days. But the standard student visa, you'll be getting your visa decision within 3 weeks. To be honest, it really depends on you. If you apply early, you might want to be patient and wait for 3 weeks rather than paying extra money. But if you are so eager and you want to get your passport right in your hands, then please pay for your priority or your super priority visa. So when you are directed to the TLS website, you book an appointment for your documentation. Now, what are the documents that you need to take when you are going for your biometrics appointments? Now, some people, when they are going for their biometrics appointment, they literally carry everything. You see some people carrying their WAEC certificate. Why now? Unnecessary. Nobody asks you to carry your WAEC certificate. It's unnecessary, right? So according to the UK Gov website, the required documents that you need for your biometrics are just 4 key documents. That's your passport, your international passport. When you take your international passport, please ensure that you have a space where your visa can be put in. So if you're a Ajala Jalingo, if you travel a lot, don't take a passport that is filled up. You really need to have a sheet in your passport where they can put your visa. Right, you would also need your CAS, which would have been issued by your university already. You will need your proof of funds, which I've taken you through how to build your proof of funds, and then you would need your TB test results. Dear people of God, if you want me to shoot a step-by-step guide on how to get your medicals for your UK student visa application, like I said earlier, let's get this video to 1,000 likes and then we will shoot that video. But I feel like that's really another story and it's another thing. Or let's even say 500 likes actually, and then we will shoot something on that. So you need your TB test result and any other documents. Some people actually, they take their certificates. I don't know, it really just depends on you. But those are the documents that are stated on the website, and any other documents that may be required depending on your circumstance. So for married people, they will have to take their wedding certificate, wedding pictures and things like that. To be fair, if you want to carry all your documents, I would just say carry it, because it's better to be safe than to be sorry. Yeah, you do not want to get to the appointment center or the visa center and then you are scratching your head. But these are the required documents listed on the website, and these are the more like essential documents. But if you want to take your certificate, take it. If you want to take your WAEC certificate, take it. It really just depends on you at this point. So ta-da! When you go for your visa appointment, that's your biometric capturing appointment, whatever you know how to do at this point, please go and begin to do it, because you are about to get your student visa. If you know how to pray. If you want to go and be throwing parties, do whatever you want to do. But it is expected that in 3 weeks, if you applied for the standard visa, you will get your visa in 3 weeks. It could be more, it could be less, depending on the period in which you are applying and how many people are applying during that time. But you should get your visa decision within 3 weeks. And woohoo! Congratulations! You have seen the glory of God. And there you are, about to go and achieve your dreams of getting your education in the UK, in the US, depending on any country that you are going. However, remember that this step-by-step guide is specifically for UK student visa applicants. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed shooting this video and filling you in on all the tea. Please ensure that you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this YouTube channel, turn on the post notifications so that you can get awesome content from us every time. And yeah, I will see you in my next video by the special grace of God. Thank you for stopping by.